Good evening, everyone, and welcome to Friday Night Young at Heart, featuring nursery rhymes, stories, songs, poems, Mother Goose, Aesop's Fables, Lewis Carroll, limericks, larks, and such to keep us all young at heart. I'm Father James DeLucio, back in the Paulist Fathers Rectory Library here in Manhattan, and this is session number 16 of the year that God created in this new era, 2021. Here we are. Today's selection, a poem by none other than Edgar Allan Poe. No, it is not The Raven. But if you'd like The Raven, put a note in the comments. We'll read it next time. This one is more in tune to our young at heart adventures, and it's entitled, surprise, Fairyland. Yes, Edgar Allan Poe wrote a poem entitled Fairyland, and it's quite beautiful in its imagery. There's a few little things you might want to consider before we delve in. He says that we can't discover all the magic there for the tears that drip all over. I think because our eyes are moist, we're sleeping, or perhaps that it's just so wonderful we tear a bit. Kind of think of that, because that's an image given at the beginning of the poem. There are two words that might be of difficulty. I had to look them up myself. Have you ever heard of videlicet? Videlicet. V as in Vincent. I-D as in delicious. E as in elephant. L as in luminous. I-C as in cat. E-T. V-I-D-E-L-I-C-E-T. Videlicet. It's an old-fashioned word, simply means namely. And near the end of the poem, he says he's describing something, and he says, namely, a tent. You know, like a canopy. But this tent he's referring to is more like a canopy of the sky. That will help you. Videlicet, a tent. And then the other word is atomies. It's the same word that we use today, atoms. You know, those tiny little particles that have neutrons, electrons, and protons that everything in the world is composed of? Or everything in the world comprises atoms, if you prefer that phraseology? Yeah. And then the last is to picture, as you seem dewy-eyed and watery-eyed over dreaming about fairyland, picture this in your mind's eye. Moonbeams on the wings of butterflies. He leaves us with that image. Moonbeams on the wings of butterflies. But he uses a little different language. But to help you, which is my want. Okay, here we go. Fairyland by Edgar Allan Poe. Dim veils and shadowy floods and cloudy-looking woods, whose forms we can't discover for the tears that drip all over. Huge moons there, wax and wane, wax and wane, again, again, again. Every moment of the night, forever changing places, and they put out the starlight with the breath from their pale faces. About 12 by the moon dial, one more filmy than the rest, a kind which, upon trial, they have found to be the best, comes down, still down and down, with its center on the crown of a mountain's eminence, while its wild circumference, not wild, while its wide circumference in easy drapery falls over hamlets, over halls, wherever they may be, o'er the strange woods, o'er the sea, over spirits on the wing, over every drowsy thing, and buries them up quite in a labyrinth of light. And then how deep, oh, deep, is the passion of their sleep. In the morning they arise, and their moony covering is soaring in the skies, with the tempests as they toss, like almost anything, or a yellow albatross. They use that moon no more for the same end as before, videlicet, a tent, which I think extravagant. Its atomies, however, into a shower dissever, of which those butterflies of earth, who seek the skies, and so come down again, never contented things, have brought a specimen upon their quivering wings. Did you capture some of those wonderful images that he gives us? I love that moon with its center on the crown of a mountain's eminence. What a wonderful play with words. You to see the moon descending, that huge moon, the one that's the favorite, over this mountain's eminence, and its drapery, that's light, just falling over everything. Woods and seas and spirits on the wing, and every drowsy thing can bring a tear to your eye, huh? That fantastical, beautiful vision. So I'm going to leave you with that for our Friday night. I hope you enjoyed it. I certainly enjoyed discovering it and practicing it a bit, although I still made one or two faux pas. But I do leave these in because nobody's perfect, and we need to rejoice in our imperfections as well as getting everything just right. Don't despair if we don't get everything just right. I've spent too much time doing that. What is enough to be good. And I hope you found this a good way to spend a few minutes with me this Friday evening. Take good care of yourselves. I promise I will have Luke Live online next Tuesday. As you know, I forgot that Tuesday was Tuesday, and we've had a big week. But I am promoting my friend's film, Fatima, the movie about Our Lady of Fatima, in all AMC theaters the week of May 7th through the 13th. In all the major cities. It's only $5. It's called a Fan Fave Week. And I know many of us saw the film online last year, but this will just be able to see it in a big theater, which they have. AMC has guaranteed these Clorox air filters, and they're going to seat us separate from others, and we wear our masks. I think it's worth a try for those of us who are vaccinated. And then on Thursday, so I'm going to have 3 events next week. On Thursday, the 13th, which is the commemoration of Our Lady of Fatima, I'm going to offer a live event. I've never done Facebook Live. My friend Catherine does it, though, every Monday. And so I'm going to offer it live and offer commentary and discussion questions, which you can participate by writing in comments while I'm talking live. So you might want to put that on your calendar. Tuesday night, Luke Live online. Thursday night, Fatima, a discussion, 8:30 Eastern Standard Time. And next week, Young at Heart on Friday with The Raven, if you ask for it, or something else entirely. Thank you so much for joining me. Stay healthy. God bless.